I don't know who it was. I just saw it on Twitter that he was.
Oh,
Everything for confidence.
all right.
Oh my god.
Nice.
Awesome.
Thank you.
Well, here we go, everybody. Again, they're in a cooler, so they'll stay warm for a while. So we'll eat those here. I'll set those back here. That's gonna smell good.
Yeah.
They asked so many people were up here. I didn't know what they were asking for. Nice. There you go. Actually, they were like, you can hand out like John Madden does the turkey. Like you can hand out brats to people after the game.
We should do that.
Yeah, we tried to get.
Every triple
Hey.
dump, you go out there and have.
Whoever's the MVP gets a
A brat tonight. Yeah.
If
You need a hot dog.
you're the MVP.
Freedom Tire is proud to be the title sponsor of supporting Jaguar student athletes through Centennial Digital. With 6 locations around the metro, you're never far from getting you back or keeping your family safely on the road. Our certified staff and state-of-the-art technology means you can take comfort knowing you've got the best work at the best prices. Come see us at Freedom Tire, a proud supporter of Centennial Digital.
West 40 Market in Uptown Ankeny is your place to shop for the best meats, steaks, brats, jerky, and everything in between. Let us be your one-stop shop for all your favorite cuts, all raised on local Iowa farms. Shopping local never tasted so good.
Everything we do is here to benefit the client. Every decision that's needed to be made, the first question you should ask is, does this benefit the client, and is this the best thing for the client?
Our goal is to make a difference. We have the tools, resources, training, and leadership to make a difference in our agents' lives and their careers. And then they can then take that to make a difference in their clients' lives and ultimately make a difference in our communities.
We are available basically 24/7 to make sure that our agents are getting the support they need to look like $1 million in front of their clients.
Okay guys, we're all here because US Cellular has an incredible deal. Right now, you can get 4 lines of unlimited data for just $90.
Sorry, just double checking. Is it really that good of a deal?
Yeah, you also get 4 free phones of your choice.
4 free phones!
So when an athlete walks into Nick Jarash Fitness, the one thing we want them to know is that this is a phenomenal community. We have the best coaching. We have the best technology. We have the programming that can help them succeed. So whether it's trying to get on JV for the first time, going to that next level on varsity, going from a second string to an all-state player, we have the tools, we have the programming and the coaching in order to take each individual to their next level.
What if you could create memories that would last a lifetime? That would be pretty cool. Well, now you can.
Good evening, everybody. Welcome to softball here on Centennial Digital, driven by Freedom Tire. Andy Pollock, Kevin Fisher tonight for regional final softball action here on the north side of Ankeny. Ankeny Centennial, Waukee Warriors, a game that the Jaguars have played twice already this season against each other, and the Jaguars won both of those. But tonight is the important one. It's a winner-take-all one-game playoff fish.
That's right. It's a one-game deal, and tonight's the night. Good night for softball. Got two good teams going at it tonight, and we're looking forward to it.
Centennial looking to repeat as Class 5A state champions. They went on a magical run a year ago right at this exact time, and looking to repeat, do that exact same thing again. They've got the experience in their lineup to do just that.
Yes, they do. They got a big senior-laden group that's going to go out there tonight and try to just win another game. Coach Delaney hit upon it the other night, one game at a time. And they got a good group to go with it, along with a few underclassmen, but I expect them to be ready to go.
Waukee looking to play spoiler tonight. Always some great softball play down in Waukee, and you just know with a school that has the tradition that they have that this is not going to be easy for the Jaguars.
Right. Well, Waukee is Waukee. I know they split into two different schools here in the last couple of years, but, over the years, the Waukee teams have always been just good, fundamentally good teams, and I expect them to come out and give Jaguars their best shot tonight.
There is a huge crowd on hand, as there always is for these postseason games here on the north side of Ankeny. You've got great grandparents, young kids that are looking to be the next wave of Jaguars. It's really quite the experience that they put together here. Fans all around the outfield as well. We'll talk a little bit about that as the night continues on, but there's just a special feel in the air, and it's there from the moment you walk in at 4:30 today when there's when there's chairs and towels already there because it rained a little bit here earlier, and blankets. There's just a special feel in the air.
Yeah, it's cool to see when you come in the door and there's people already lined up, got their spots reserved, ready to go, and then I see players from past and present on the coming ready to play, and also to spectate and cheer on the team tonight. It's just a special feeling.
Our coaches and umpires are talking with each other right now at the home plate, as you can see. Coach Andy Pauls from Waukee, Coach Brett Delaney. And it looks like they're about ready to get this game started. We'll talk more about our umpiring crew and everything else after this. But first, our Signorama starting lineups. The next voice you'll hear is our public address announcer, Randy Vogel.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Centennial Softball Field in Ankeny, Iowa. Tonight's Iowa Girls High School Athletic Union Class 5A Region 4 Championship game matches Waukee out of the Central Iowa Metro League. They have an overall record of 19 wins and 17 losses. Against the home team on the scoreboard, Ankeny Centennial, also out of the Central Iowa Metro League. They have an overall record of 29 wins and 9 losses. Now the winner of this game will advance to play in Fort Dodge next week as one of 8 teams vying for the Iowa State High School Softball Championship. We ask that all spectators exhibit good sportsmanship towards our umpires, our coaches, and our players. Now let's meet the starting lineups for each team. First for the visitors on the scoreboard, the Waukee Warriors. Leading off for the Warriors, wearing number 6, she plays center field, Ella McGee. In the 2 spot, playing second base and wearing number 7, Zaina Zalecki. Batting third and playing shortstop, wearing number 14, Mara Yokio. Batting cleanup, she's behind the plate tonight, wearing number 13, Talia Lavarado. Batting fifth, wearing number 3, playing first base, Marin Jacobson. In the sixth spot, wearing number 9, playing right field, Ella Daniel. Batting seventh and playing third base, wearing number 10, Jaden Van Pelt. Batting eighth and playing left field, wearing number 11, Sophie Goresh. And batting ninth, the designated player, wearing number 16, Abby Phelps. And in the circle tonight for the Warriors, wearing number 5, Lily Struck. The Warriors are coached by assistant coach Taylor Luther. Their head coach is Andy Pauls. And now for the designated home team on the scoreboard, the Waukee Centennial Jaguars. Leading off for the Jags, she plays third base, wearing number 12, Annie Starr. In the 2 spot, she plays second base, wearing number 1, Cora Boyle. Batting third and playing first base, wearing number 25, Jordan Kennedy. In the cleanup spot, out in center field, wears number 11, Maddie Ott. In the fifth spot, she's the designated player tonight, wearing number 4, Jessica Lathrop. Batting sixth and playing shortstop, wearing number 3, Peyton Drufke. In the circle tonight for the Jags, wearing number 6, Lauren Sandholm. In the 8th spot and playing left field, wearing number 19, Mary Brantley. And batting ninth and playing right field, wears number 14, McKenna Vallejo. And the front player tonight behind the plate, wearing number 26, McKenna Foster. The Jaguars are coached by assistant coaches Ashley Allen, Corey Bennett, Frandy Burnett, and Sammy Miller. The head coach is Brett Delaney. The umpires for tonight's game are Jason Lewis, he'll be at first base, Tom Sullivan will be at third base, and Joe Havenhill will be behind the plate. Ladies and gentlemen, at this time we ask that you please join us and direct your attention.
So when an athlete walks into Nick Jarash Fitness, the one thing we want them to know is that this is a phenomenal community. We have the best coaching, we have the best technology, we have the programming that can help them succeed. So whether it's trying to get on JV for the first time, going to that next level on varsity, going from a second string to an all-state player, we have the tools, we have the programming and the coaching in order to take each individual to their next level.
What if you could create memories that would last a lifetime? That would be pretty cool. Well, now you can.
Freedom Tire is proud to be the title sponsor of supporting Jaguar student athletes through Centennial Digital. With 6 locations around the metro, you're never far from getting you back or keeping your family safely on the road. Our certified staff and state-of-the-art technology means you can take comfort knowing you've got the best work at the best prices. Come see us at Freedom Tire, a proud supporter of Centennial Digital.
Welcome back to action here on Centennial Digital, driven by Freedom Tire. Andy Pollack, Kevin Fisher with you on the call tonight with a winner-take-all and head to state at Fort Dodge next week in this matchup tonight between Ankeny Centennial, the Jaguars, and Waukee Northwest. The Warriors in their purple uniforms and white pants. Jaguars tonight in all white. In the circle tonight for the Jaguars, as has been their Game 1 starter all year long, freshman Lauren Sandholm, 14-6 on the year with a 1.5 earned run average. And if you had not heard the name of Lauren Sandholm yet, you sure will. Or where have you been watching Iowa high school softball? She has been outstanding in the circle. McKenna Foster will be the catcher to complete the battery with her tonight. Addie Starr at third base, Peyton Drefke at shortstop, Cora Boyle at second, and Jordan Kennedy, the hard-hitting sophomore, in first base tonight. Mary Brantley out in left, the cleanup batter. Maddie Ott in center field and McKenna Vallejo in right field. Ella McGee, the lefty, will lead things off here for Waukee tonight. McGee playing center field, batting .413 on the season, gets on base 43% of the time. And the key with this Waukee lineup tonight, Fish, is to really avoid getting these leadoff batters on. They've got some speed.
Yeah, they're fast and good hitters and fast at the same time, and they're experienced too. You got a bunch of seniors kind of at the top of the lineup, and you just got to get on the top all that right away and make your plays and make your outs and get back onto the offensive side as quick as you can.
So McGee steps up. First pitch from Sandholm, slaps it foul down the left field line outside the reach of Addie Starr, and quickly ahead in the count 0-1 is Lauren Sandholm, and that's something she was really good about doing on on Saturday night in that game against the win over Marshalltown.
Yeah, she just got in front of the batters right away, got herself into good counts, was able to kind of be a little more selective on her pitches, and just was very dominant that night.
That one slapped over again, and Starr is fouled once again. As Starr couldn't quite get to it. It doesn't matter. It was a foul ball. There behind home plate, says umpire Joe Havenhill.
Just barely foul on the slap there by McGee. Just is real close play.
So McGee, a couple quick slaps that left side, but you can bet that Sandholm's going to be looking to go inside on her now on the 0-2 pitch. McGee doesn't strike out much. Outside corner, and that's going to be hacked foul out of play as Brantley can't get to it. McGee has only struck out 7 times this season in over 130 at-bats. So, tough to get one past her, but they continue to try to go outside on her. She has made contact with all 3 pitches she's seen so far. Here's the 0-2 from Sandholm. Outside again, there's a dead ball over to short. Drefke's not going to make the play, as in fact it throws it out into right field, but quickly the ball goes into the dugout. So Drefke thought twice about her throw and should have just held on to it because she ended up double clutching and the ball goes into the dugout.
Yeah, once you kind of made that decision not to make the throw immediately, just better off hold the ball and not get penalized for an extra base.
And that's exactly what we said the Jags would want to avoid, and that ball was just dead off the bat. There was no chance to get McGee as she was down to first in a hurry.
Yeah, that left side, you get that extra step and a half from off the plate, and just a slow roller, and then she had plenty of time to get down to first base.
Zayna Zalecki, now the second baseman, batting .376 on the year. So you'll see Waukee go lefty for their number 1, 2, and then their 9 batters. So when you come back through the order, there'll be 3 in a row. And if they can get one of those on, that just puts a ton of stress on a defense.
Right. Yeah, the defense then has to make adjustments accordingly and try to figure out how to contain runners at the same time while working on the batters.
So Waukee, who did not score when they faced Sandholm the first time, already has a runner at second, but now ahead in the count again. 0-2 is Sandholm on Zalecki. Continuing to work that outside half of the plate against these lefties. Jaguars infield is in, or outfield, excuse me, is in quite a bit right now. We'll see if the bunt stays in play here for Zalecki. Outside again, and it's now 1-2. Shadows already evident out there on the field. It's going to be brutal for those middle infielders. That ball slapped over to Starr. Starr throws over to first. They get the out. They try to turn two, and they can't quite do it. Over there at third base, that does advance McGee over, but Starr just didn't have time to really look her back. She needed to get that out at first.
Yeah, she, with the left-hander, you had that extra step and a half. She had to make the out. She did good looking back, and actually, when Jordan Kennedy was trying to make the throw back over, the line of sight was just a little bit off. She had to throw it to the side to try to make a throw on the bag.
And that'll bring up Mara Yokeel, batting .382 on the season. Sandholm trying to work out of a little jam here early on. Yokeel fouls it off herself. So McGee over at third for Waukee right now, and Coach Paul's going to want to check on her as she fouled it kind of off her, I think it went off her face mask. Don't think it hit anything fleshy.
Nope, it looked like it was kind of the helmet, so hopefully she's all right. We don't want to see anybody get hurt. Stay healthy.
Here's the 0-1 now. Again, Sandholm ahead in the count. She's doing it without throwing meatball fastballs on the first pitch as well. That ball's hacked out into center field. Ott going to set things up, but that's going to be actually over the fence, a home run. Yokeel got a hold of it. It just kept drifting.
Yeah, she got a good piece of it, and I thought Ott had a beat on it, and then all of a sudden the ball just carried to the top of the fence right off the tip of Ott's glove.
Yokeel, just her second home run of the year. And that's the part of the lineup that can do a lot of damage for Waukee, and they did early on.
Yeah, the top part of the lineup, and you look at the numbers, pretty strong. And that's where through the night goes on that Centennial is going to have to try to control.
Waukee bringing up now Talia Lavarado. Lavarado will catch tonight for the Warriors. Lavarado batting .275 on the season. Sandholm takes a deep breath. That ball just kind of kept drifting. It didn't sound like it was hit that hard. It's not windy out there. It just had enough on it that it just drifted right over center field.
Yeah, you're right, Andy. I was kind of just looking at the flag a second ago to see where the wind was drifting at, and it just kept carrying in the air. I was surprised that it carried that far from the crack of the bat.
So Lavarado steps up to the plate. First pitch is inside for ball one. One 1-0 the count right now to Lavarado. And that's a little upstairs as well. Sandholm trying to find the zone back after the home run from Yokeel, her second of the year. She's in the circle ready to work fast once again. And now we've got timeout called. Not sure who wanted that one.
Yeah.
It's kind of a general point in the direction of both the catcher and the batter.
Right.
2-0 the count right now to Lavarado. One out for the Jags here in the top of the first. That ball's hacked to left center field. Brantley goes back to make the play out there in left center field for out number 2. Ball just kind of hung up in the air forever, waiting for it to come down.
Yeah, maybe the air's not quite as heavy tonight, carrying a little bit more.
Couple hard hit balls for Waukee early on.
First baseman, Marin Jacobson.
Marin Jacobson now steps up to the plate. Jacobson will play first base tonight. She's batting .336 on the year. First pitch upstairs once again. Sandholm a little high in the zone right now.
She's working to find her spot here. Kind of like we said the other night, what was the key is trying to get out in front of the batters, and she's been kind of behind in the last couple now.
Goes outside on that pitch, and it's 2-0. Continues to work her way around the zone, and after throwing a couple first ball fastballs to batters, you can't throw them all right down the middle, right? Can't throw all strikes. That pitch, though, not wanting to get down 3-0, and that's where she's at right now as the infield comes together and chats.
Addie Starr, the senior, out there giving her a little extra pep talk just at the end of that conversation. It's nice to see her go out there and it's like, okay, let's just settle down, things, and we can do this. Got a lot of game left. Don't panic now.
And there's a 4-pitch walk.
Jacobson draws the 2-out walk.
So Foster heads out to have a little chat right now with Sandholm after the walk, and then I'll bring up the right fielder, Ella Daniel.
Hitting for the Warriors, the right fielder, number 9, Ella Daniel.
Daniel's batting .275 on the season.
So Waukee has gone deep. 6th batter here of the first inning. There's a strike from Sandholm, goes low and inside. Waukee has made some good, solid contacts here in the first inning, and Sandholm is a pitcher that we've seen. She gets better as the games go on. Misses that one upstairs a little bit.
Yeah, I'm sorry, Andy, go ahead.
I was just going to talk about how beautiful of a night it is. You're not having the humidity that you've got normally to work with a little bit as a pitcher.
Yeah, it's a lot different from last night after the storms rolled through and the temperature dropped and the humidity dropped out too.
There's the 1-1, and now Sandholm ahead in the count again, now 1-2. Sandholm, the first time these two teams played, gave up only 2 hits, struck out 8. And they've already got 2 hits in the first inning, does Waukee. Jaguars with a big infield right now against the number 6 batter, Ella Daniel. That ball's fouled off by Daniel.
Waukee starts with his 5 seniors and the first 5 batters, and they go sophomore, 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 sophomore down at the bottom.
You don't see a whole lot of teams. The Jaguars are about as veteran as they come. Waukee, though, starting 5 seniors, that's even more than the Jaguars have. Ball's fouled off back once again by Daniel. She stays alive on the 1-2 count.
This is the thing we've seen over the years traditionally with Waukee. You have to be really good with your pitching, solid with your defense at the same time. Just always have good hitting approaches at the plate, so you just got to be, be on top of them and focus on your game when you're playing them.
Here's the 1-2. That ball's popped out of play to the right side. Daniel just continues to battle. Maybe look for something off speed here from Sandholm to get Daniel out of her rhythm. There it is, hacked over to first, another foul ball. She continues to fight.
And Lauren's still in a good count here. She can figure out something to get a strikeout pitch here.
Fouls that one off. Just enough of it off the mask of Foster. That'll keep the runner Jacobson at first base. Jacobson got there on a walk. We're going to check on Foster here quick as she took the foul ball off the noggin. She says she's good. Jags just trying to get out of this first inning. Started with an error after a hit by McGee and really hasn't got a whole lot better. There's the fastball for the strikeout, first one of the night for Sandholm. Waukee, however, 2 runs off 2 hits and a Jaguar error. See how the Jaguars answer here in the bottom of the first here on Centennial Digital, driven by Freedom Tire.
Two hits.
So when an athlete walks into Nick Garage Fitness, the one thing we want them to know is that this is a phenomenal community. We have the best coaching. We have the best technology. We have the programming that can help them succeed. So whether it's trying to get on JV for the first time, going to that next level on varsity, going from a second string to an all-state player, we have the tools, we have the programming and the coaching in order to take each individual to their next level.
Okay guys, we're all here because US Cellular has an incredible deal. Right now, you can get 4 lines of unlimited data for just $90.
Sorry, just double checking. Is it really that good of a deal?
Yeah, you also get 4 free phones of your choice.
4 free phones!
Back here on Centennial Digital, driven by Freedom Tire. The Jags going to try to put a dent into that early Waukee lead, and the Jags have surely shown comebacks throughout the course of the year, including just last week when they were down 6-1 and came back and beat Urbandale. But there is not much room for error right now the way Waukee came out hitting the ball. Addie Starr will lead things off for the Jaguars. Lily Struck pitching tonight for Waukee. Struck 14-6 on the year. Earned run average of just under 4.5. Talia Lavarado is the catcher. Jaden Van Pelt at third, Mario Keel, the shortstop, Zayna Zalecki at second, and Marin Jacobson is the first baseman. First pitch misses low and away from Struck for ball one. Sophie Gorish out in left, Ella McGee in center, and Ella Daniel in right as that sun is shining bright on those middle infielders right now for Waukee. Starr laces that one out in the gap, and she's going to lead things off with a double. She hits it out to the fence. She rounds hard heading in, and Starr is safe at second with a leadoff double. Leads the team, one of the top doubles hitters in the state.
Dr. Double's back. She gets another one. Addie's just been, man, she's just on a tear right now, leading off for the Jaguars. Doing a great job getting herself on base.
She put that right into the power alley. And that will bring up Cora Boyle, who spent the last third of the year batting in this number 2 spot and has improved dramatically. She was already a good hitter, but man, with Starr on second, it just opens up so many opportunities for Boyle. Boyle awaits the pitch, shows bunt, pulls back. It's called a strike. Called strike. She didn't go as it dropped down through the zone. Not sure Boyle wanted to try to get that one through anyway.
Yeah, I don't think she wanted to try to get a piece of that anyway because it was in an awkward spot to try to bunt.
As she awaits the pitch from Struck. Boyle pops that one up on the infield, and Lavarado, the running catch, makes the play.
Lavarado with a great pop there out of the catcher's box just to get that little, just a soft pop-up, and a lot of times you don't see that caught by anybody, and she made a good play on it.
Sure did, and that'll bring up Jordan Kennedy. Kennedy, the hard-hitting first baseman for the Jaguars, just a sophomore, as she has the ability to change up a game with one swing of the bat. Addie Starr on second right now for Kennedy. First pitch to Kennedy is low in the dirt for ball one. Maddie Ott, the hero of the game last week to win the CIML title. About said Iowa Conference. She waits right now in her on-deck spot. Kennedy with Starr at second. Little changeup, misses upstairs. And with Kennedy with an open base at first, you want to be a little careful, but you also know that you've got Maddie Ott, who actually leads the team in home runs, waiting right behind her.
Yeah, we mentioned this the other night. It said 12 home runs, then going to a 13 home run hitter. There's not a lot of room for error there.
2-0 to Kennedy, and that's outside.
And we've seen Struck kind of throw a little of everything at Jordan so far here in this at-bat.
Well, this is where in game one this year that Struck got into a little bit of an issue pitching against the Jaguars. She walked several early on, and that made things difficult as that pitch is right at the knees of Kennedy. She wanted to lay off it anyway.
Yeah.
And it's now 3-1. Boy, if that thing's down the middle right now, it's probably heading out to our dads eating brats out in left center field.
I'd like to see it get out that way.
Here's the 3-1 to Kennedy. And that's outside.
Good patience there by Jordan Kennedy, though. You know, it's one of those things where I know, yeah, you're down early, but you can't panic right away. Make sure you go up, stay with your game plan, have a good at-bat, get yourself on base, and now you're in a good situation. You got Maddie Ott, like at the plate right now, who's just been on a little tear herself here lately.
Maddie Ott with 13 home runs on the season. Up next, batting a shade under 400 on the year. Runners on first and second for her. First pitch upstairs to Ott. And then you've got Jess Lathrop, who has home run power behind them. Lathrop known more as just a nice seeing eye single hitter, but we've seen her go yard as well.
Yes, yeah. She has a very good bat behind her yet, so there's a good sequence here for the Jaguars.
Ott a little bit behind that pitch as she, I think she swung when that hit the mitt. Very patient hitter there, and it's 1-1. Here's the pitch from Struck. Ott hacks that one up into shallow center field, and the ball is going to be caught out there in center field by Ella McGee. Odd kind of a half swing at that one, went off the handle, and now Waukee 1 out away from getting out of leadoff double from Starr.
Second out in the bottom half of the first. Now hitting for Centennial, the designated player, number 4, Jessica Lathrop.
And now Jess Lathrop stepping up to the plate. Lathrop batting .381. And that's a ground ball right back to the pitcher struck. And Waukee dodges the leadoff double. Jags aren't able to put anybody across. In fact, Starr stranded at second base. Waukee in the lead after 1, 2-0 here on Centennial Digital, driven by Freedom Tire.
Freedom Tire is proud to be the title sponsor of supporting Jaguar student athletes through Centennial Digital. With 6 locations around the metro, you're never far from getting you back or keeping your family safely on the road. Our certified staff and state-of-the-art technology means you can take comfort knowing you've got the best work at the best prices. Come see us at Freedom Tire, a proud supporter of Centennial Digital.
West 40 Market in Uptown Ankeny is your place to shop for the best meats, steaks, brats, jerky, and everything in between. Let us be your one-stop shop for all your favorite cuts, all raised on local Iowa farms. Shopping local never tasted so good.
Back out here to start the top of the second. Waukee will go up with their 7, 8, and 9 batters as they put 6 batters to the plate in their 2-run first inning. They'll have Van Pelt, Gorish, and Abby Felt stepping up to the plate right now. As a home run from Mara Yokeel.
Leading off for Waukee, number 10.
As Waukee was able to take advantage of their leadoff runner getting to second, the Jags not able to do so. That pitch hacked over to Starr, who gloves it, throws it across to Kennedy for 1 pitch, 1 out.
Nice play there by Starr. Right on the line.
Grounds out to Starr. Good reactions by Annie for the...
And now Sophie Gorish steps up to the plate.
Now hitting number 11, the left fielder, Sophie Gorish.
As another lefty in this Waukee lineup. First pitch misses low and away from Sandholm. That's a better start to this inning, getting that leadoff runner out.
Yeah, makes a difference. That leadoff batter just drives an inning so many times. I've said that so many years now.
There's a swing and a miss from Gorish.
I know there's stats out there on that too about how the scoring changes on it for a team when you get the first out and when you don't get the first out.
That ball fouled away.
And being the dad of a daughter with us a pitcher, I've said that too many times probably to her.
That ball is chip shot over to Peyton Drefke for out number 2.
Gorish pops up to the shortstop, Peyton Drefke, for the second out of the top of the second. Now hitting for the Warriors, the designated player, number 16, Abby Felt.
Abby Felt steps up for the Warriors. And fouls that one.
Another lefty.
Another lefty. They just keep coming at you with lefties.
Yeah, you mentioned that earlier. Go 9 and then back to lefty on 1-2, right?
I didn't know that the number 8 batter was going to be a lefty as well. So as we look at, that'd be 4 of them there that they've had so far. That ball's fouled off as well, and Sandholm quickly ahead in the count, 0-2 once again. So as Sandholm digs in again, looking into that bright sun against the number 9 batter, Abby Felt, 0-2 pitch, missed that one a little bit upstairs. Sandholm trying to go 1-2-3 in this inning, getting a couple fly balls. As Felt digs in once again. Here's the 1-2. Swung on, fouled off again. And Waukee just doing such a good job. It is about impossible to get those third strikes past them right now.
They are. They're just really good. And you can tell that really they're not really a team trying to hit for the ball in play. They're just letting the ball go foul, getting themselves another pitch again just to have another crack at it.
Here's the 1-2. Swung on, a dead ball over to Drefke, and she's not going to try to make the play after it went off the glove of Starr. And back to the top of the order for Waukee is Ella McGee, who did something very similar in her at-bat.
Yeah, just another soft roller there off the, off the lefty there, and it's one of those things where you just got to communicate who's going to make the play. And you know what, you just keep adjusting and working on it. You're going to see it all night, so you got to get used to it.
So Waukee has already surpassed their hit total from the last time these two teams played against each other with Lauren Sandholm pitching. As Joe Havenhill wants to come back and grab a couple balls. Load up his supply. Abby Felt, the runner at first for Waukee. Ella McGee at the plate. She's 1 for 1 on the night. Waiting the pitch from Sandholm. Ball swung over to second base. Boyle picks it up and decides to throw to first, and it's not in time. Boyle looked over to second, thought about getting the runner there, and didn't get the out at first.
Yeah, just one of those where probably go to the routine way. The batter or the player that's going to take longer to get to the bag is going to be the hitter. And just make that decision right away next time.
It's going to be ruled a fielder's choice safe, I believe, is what they're talking about here. But the Warriors, though, back in business. There's a swing and a miss from Zayna Zalecki. She grounded out to Starr. Waukee, already with their speed, has caused the Jaguars to make some mistakes on the infield.
Yep. Just this is kind of the point of the game. You got to slow it down just a little bit.
That ball's fouled off, and again, it's 0-2. So Sandholm trying to get some of these outs when she gets ahead 0-2. 0-2 right now to Zalecki. Zalecki pops that one foul off the top of the Waukee dugout. So Jags trying to get out of this inning now with a couple Waukee runners on. These fast lefties put so much pressure on the defense. There's a strike 3 on the outside corner. Sandholm gets her second strikeout of the night. And a good one there to knock out Zalecki with runners on first and second. Now it's time to talk about what's on the grill, courtesy of West 40 Market. And today, last week, we saw tacos out of the dads in left field. If you look out into left field right now, you'll see the Jaguars. The Jaguar dads are out there. We'll try to get a shot of them out in left field. Let's see here. We'll get I think we're going to get it out there eventually. Still working here, trying to get the shot. We've got them out there. They're all holding up their brats.
I can see them raising.
But they are. They're happy to see. We got brats from West 40. That's what the dads are eating out there. So we'll take a break, tell you a little bit more about West 40 when we come back after this on Centennial Digital, driven by Freedom Tire.
West 40 Market in Uptown Ankeny is your place to shop for the best meats, steaks, brats, jerky, and everything in between. Let us be your one-stop shop for all your favorite cuts, all raised on local Iowa farms. Shopping local never tasted so good.
What if you could create memories that would last a lifetime? That would be pretty cool. Well, now you can.
There's a shot of our dads in the outfield eating their brats at the West 40 Market. Proud supporters of everything here on Centennial Digital, cheering on the Jaguars here tonight. And back up for the Jaguars, Peyton Drefke leading off this inning, and Drefke gets brushed back a little bit on that first pitch. Jaguars sent 5 batters to the plate, including a leadoff double from Addie Starr, but just were not able to get anything across. Lily Struck keeping them off balance. Drefke watches that second pitch at her knees.
Struck with a little late breaker there, just kind of in and down, and caught the knees, just like you said, and kind of a deceiving pitch.
Drefke watches a changeup drop out of the zone to make the count 2-1.
This is the part of the lineup to me, Andy, that I think is going to be key for the Jaguars as they go through continue now tonight into the try to get into the state tournament. Looking for some production from this part of the order will be key for them.
And Drefke trying to get on base to lead off this inning. It's 3-1 now to her. There's a lot of people here tonight, and it is loud.
Good turnout tonight.
Here's the 3-1 count from Struck to Peyton Drefke to lead off the bottom of the second. And Drefke just fouled down the right field line. That's extra bases all over it for Peyton Drefke if it stays fair. So now full count to Drefke. We saw a little bit of a bigger zone from Joe Havenhill to end the last inning, so Drefke has to be mindful of that. Now on a full count pitch. Struck, sends it in. Drefke laces that one. Just foul down the left field line. Trying to find that gap.
Almost snuck one in there.
And she comes up again with bases loaded. Does the Jaguar lineup have firepower here enough to get into a high-scoring game with Waukee? Drefke fouls that one off. A good at-bat now. Quality at-bat for Peyton Drefke. One on the south side tonight in the third. Here on the north side, Waukee in the lead 2-0. Drefke, ground ball over to shortstop. Yokeel gloves it and throws it across to Jacobson for out number 1. That'll bring up the pitcher, Lauren Sandholm, trying to help her own cause here tonight.
The initial out on the bottom of the second. Now hitting the pitcher, number 6, Lauren Sandholm.
I feel like right now with the movement that Struck is using, a lot of up-down movement right now. The Jaguars just got to get to that second time in the order and see these pitches a second time, and we'll probably be okay. You just want to maximize your at-bats tonight against her. Sandholm shows bunt, and she's motoring down to first, and Sandholm's going to be safe at first base. Nice. The surprise bunt from Lauren Sandholm. No chance for Jaden Van Pelt to make the play, and Sandholm's been very adept at doing that.
Yeah, I think they really caught him off guard there. She playing back just a little bit on the defensive corners there, and beautiful bunt there by Sandholm. Finds her way onto the base, and that's what we need to do. You know, find a way on, move the batters, and go, keep the lineup rolling.
Our first Heart of Ankeny Animal Hospital substitution of the night has Addie Pollock in to run for Sandholm. Sandholm, the pitcher, of course, so it's a courtesy runner for her. She'll re-enter eventually. Mary Brantley now for the Jaguars, the number 8 batter, steps up to the plate. You mentioned this part of the order. Getting some production out of it will be key to a postseason run, and right now is the time to do that. Brantley digs in against Struck. First pitch, outside for ball 1. Didn't miss by much. McKenna Vallejo, the slapping lefty, waits on deck. You'd like to have no one having to go to third base with Vallejo up to bat. That pitch is in the dirt. Pollock's going to head to second. She may round it and think about 3. As Lavarado gets back there in a hurry. And the wild pitch sends Pollock on to second base.
Second base on the wild pitch.
So now you might be talking about bunt territory for Brantley on a 2-0 count.
Possibly. Possibly you can try to see where the defense is lining up and maybe catch them off guard again.
Brantley has the speed to get there. And they got to come to you right now on 2-0. Also, anything to the right side, Jags will be looking to score. 2-0 the count here to Brantley. Inside on Brantley, it's 3-0. Brantley not likely to have a green light here on the 3-0. She's got some pop in that bat, but it's not Jordan Kennedy we're talking about here. And that's upstairs anyway. So Brantley draws the 1-out walk.
Good patience there by Mary, though. Just, make sure that there's nothing there that you take a silly swing at and find your way on base. Your Jaguars in business with only one out here.
Boy, you'd like to have some runners in scoring position for Addie Starr the way she's hitting right now. We're probably looking at bunt territory for Vallejo right now. I don't think they want her slapping it down that third baseline.
I think so. I think you're trying to lay it down softly and you draw in the third baseman so you advance your runners.
Even a sacrifice bunt from her is a threat to get her on base.
Right, exactly.
Number 14.
Jaden Van Pelt playing in quite a ways over there at third base, but you have to field it perfectly against McKenna Vallejo. Struck gives her Rosenbag a little shake. Pollock on second, Brantley on first. Vallejo shows bunt and the ball drops underneath it. 0-1 the count to her. Just got to get one on the ground here.
Right. Yeah, the key here is make the contact, make the defense make a play. You know, just if you can get the advancement, that's great. Get yourself back to the top of the order here.
And Vallejo swing and a miss, strike two.
And I can see what they're thinking there. I know when your second baseman is playing basically up by the pitcher, if you try to pull one, get just a little bit of a hit so whatsoever, it's hard to make a play on that type of shot.
If she can get anything up the middle, Jaguars will be thinking about some runs here. Here's the 0-2. Swung on and popped up foul off the Waukee dugout. There's a lot of room up the middle of the field right now.
Yes, there is.
So if you look at the Waukee lineup right now, the alignment, they've got their second baseman playing all the way in right up beside Struck. Jacobson very deep over at first. Left field and center are shaded all the way over there. Vallejo fouls that one off into the mitt for a strikeout.
Vallejo goes down swinging for the second out in the bottom half of the second.
You get to the point where you're trying to place it a little too much.
Yeah, you know, that's one of those things. Yeah, don't be too careful. Do what you've always done all season long. Just, you know, put it in play somewhere. Don't have to be super specific, especially with your speed.
So the Jaguars trying to capitalize here on the base runners. Weren't able to do it in the first inning, trying to do it here in the second with Pollock at second, Brantley at first. A little change up to Starr, drops in for strike one. Starr led off the game with a double and was stranded at second. Oh, 1 to her. Swing and a miss. Little rise ball there. Just enough that Starr was underneath it for strike two.
Yeah, like you said, hopefully through the second time through the order there for the Jaguars, they can kind of see some of these pitches. Starr's doing a good job of mixing it up right now.
Here's the 0-2. Starr pops that one foul out of play. Waukee with upset on their mind here tonight at the region, #1 team in the region, Ankeny Centennial. They lead 2-0 right now. 0-2 the count to Starr. Upstairs, swing and a miss. Strike three. 2 strikeouts there. Clutch for Struck. As we head to the top of the third, Waukee in the lead. 2-0 here on Centennial Digital, driven by Freedom Tire.
What if you could create memories that would last a lifetime? That would be pretty cool. Well, now you can.
With US Cellular Prepaid, you're always connected to the people who matter most. Even in the most hard-to-reach places. Get nationwide 5G coverage. And now, get 2 lines of unlimited data for just $60 a month. US Cellular, built for us.
The third, they lead 2-0. Jaguars have stranded 4. Mara Yokeel, who had a 2-run home run in the first. That's the difference in this one so far. She steps up to the plate. First pitch from Sandholm, a little bit up in the zone for ball 1. That ball's popped up on the infield. Sandholm calls everybody off and makes the play. Big out there on Yokeel.
Good to see her get that out right away again in the first batter, but specifically, just like you said, Waukee just a home run there last inning, or the inning before, I'm sorry, and nice to get that first out, though, get them started.
And that'll bring up Talia Lavarado. She had a solid contact that was caught by Mary Brantley in the first.
Yes.
First pitch is a strike. Upper outside part of the zone. Sanholm with a mitt popping there of Foster. Heard that one through the microphone.
That's a good little pop, wasn't it? Like having the windows open tonight here with game sounds.
It's a beautiful night here. The Game Day Health men's forecast. It's 74 degrees. Are we in July? Is this really the middle of July? It's 74 degrees tonight on the north side of Ankeny. Just a little bit of breeze blowing out to left center field. Game Day Men's Health has helped me lose close to 80 pounds. They've got me feeling better. I call it the fountain of youth because I just, man, I'm out there coaching football, running around, being able to keep up with the young bucks, and just had a great time, great experience with Game Day Men's Health down in the district. Go check them out. Let Bill and Lindsay know that I sent you. A couple big Jaguar softball supporters. 1-1 the count right now to Lavarado. There's a strike on the outside corner. Sanholm starting to work a little bit more inside-outside now. And the count's 1-2.
I think we figured out the time was called on Sanholm. I think the umpire was thinking she was quick pitching there almost a little bit too fast. The batter wasn't set, and he was just trying to make sure that she knew the batter was set before she threw.
She doesn't waste any time going to work. She would like to get up in there and throw. There's the off speed for the strikeout, number 3 of the night for Sanholm.
Lavarado goes down swinging for the second out.
Marin Jacobson now steps up to the plate. Jacobson drew a walk in her first at-bat in the first inning today. Back up at the plate here in the third. When you put 6 batters up to the plate in the first inning, you turn over your order in a hurry.
Yes, you do.
There's a strike from Sanholm. Jaguars will go back to work with a 2, 3, and 4 batters in the bottom of the third. That's Boyle and Kennedy and Ott. Good part of the order to do some damage. Sanholm goes off speed outside there for ball 1. Try to bring some other scores to you throughout the course of the evening tonight and some other games going on. All these games to go to state. Ankeny Hawkettes have taken a 2-1 lead on Southeast Polk. That's in the bottom of the third. That pitch did not miss by much. Urbandale leads Johnston 2-1 after 2. Prairie and Cedar Rapids Kennedy playing tonight as well. We already told you Ankeny led Southeast Polk 2-1. There's a strike from Sanholm, evens up the count at 2 apiece. Muscatine playing Iowa City Liberty. Des Moines Lincoln playing Waukee Northwest. Cedar Rapids Jefferson at Pleasant Valley. And Ames is at Valley. Those are the final 16 teams in Class 5A, looking to become the 8 teams at state next week. There's an off speed from Sanholm. Just misses upstairs and the count's full. Jacobson already has 1 walk on the evening. And that just missed outside.
Just off the plate there by Sanholm. I liked the pitch. I was Waukee just had good patience on holding back on that.
Now hitting the right fielder, number 9, Ella Daniel.
So now up comes Ella Daniel. Jacobson on first. There's a strike on the outside corner. Jacobson, a couple walks tonight. Ella Daniel, the first strikeout victim of Sanholm this evening. Goes way outside there, a little too far. Sanholm trying to finish this inning herself. She got the fly out to her, a strikeout. Here's the 1-1. Fouled off. Now 1-2.
I can see Sanholm's settling in, like you say. She gets a little stronger. She's settling in, though, a little bit better here. I see the movement on the pitches. I see the change of speeds and things like that. And it's getting, she's finding her comfort zone here a little bit more.
Jaguars going to need to hit now on the second time through the order. That's going to be the key right now. 1-2 the count right now to Daniel. That ball popped up into center field. Maddie Ott comes in and makes the play for out number 3, and she'll have a chance to be the third batter of the inning when we come back after this on Centennial Digital, driven by Freedom Tire.
Market in Uptown Ankeny is your place to shop for the best meats, steaks, brats, jerky, and everything in between. Let us be your one-stop shop for all your favorite cuts, all raised on local Iowa farms. Shopping local never tasted so good.
Cora Boyle leading things off for the Jaguars here in the bottom of the third. Jags, couple hits, but have stranded 4 runners in 2 innings. Just a matter of pushing a couple of those across, and each time they've had runners on second base. Yes. One time with nobody out, another time with 1 out. Just have not been able to get that bunt down right now. That's been the key.
Right. Little fundamental things. Just, you know, these are the things, though, when you get in the postseason that they show up and they become very big, you know, in the moment. You just got to execute and do what you do all season long.
Cora Boyle steps up to the plate. 0 for 1 tonight. Flew out to the catcher in her first at bat. Boyle, one of those that can barrel one up and get to the power alleys as well. First pitch to her. Lily Struck pitching a gem so far for Waukee. And that's a good hit to start. Oh, no, a great play from Mario Keel back over her shoulder. I thought that was a leadoff single for Boyle.
I did too. I thought a little flare was going to be over the top of her head. She just made a great turn right away on it and found the ball and caught it at the apex of her jump and caught it and snagged it.
Thought she put that right on the money. Jordan Kennedy steps up to the plate. Kennedy 0 for 1. Excuse me, Kennedy 0 for 0 officially. Drew a walk in her first at bat. And now Joe Havenhill wants to talk to the pitcher Struck about, I'm not sure if she had stepped off the rubber at the right time or what. He told her she brought the ball in and out, which should have been an illegal pitch or not because no pitch was thrown.
Well, I think he did call the pitch.
He did, okay.
Yeah,
1-0 the count. And that's a strike to Kennedy right down the middle.
Yeah, and I think Struck knew right away because when he was walking out there, he kind of made that motion. She presented then unpresented. And but you can't do that once you're on the rubber.
1-1 the count right now to Kennedy. And that ball drops out of the bottom part of the zone to make the count 2-1. Struck almost to be engulfed by the shadows. Goes way outside there to Kennedy. 3-1 now to Jordan.
Yeah, if you line up on the right side of the rubber from her position, you're in the shade. Left side, you're in the sun.
Rosin's up her hand a little bit more. Looks in on the 3-1. Kennedy laces that one to center field, right to the glove of Ella McGee.
Kennedy lines out.
Good shot there by Jordan. Just, you know, nothing else you can say. It was just right at the center fielder McGee, and she came in and made the out.
Again, Struck has kept these Centennial hitters off balance. Just no one's been able to make that good, solid hit. Save for Addie Starr's leadoff single, there's been no real solid contacts from the Jags. And now Maddie out with 2 outs. Watches that first pitch upstairs for ball 1. Jags just need to see more pitches, get this order turned over. It's not happening right now. Ott watches that one outside. Ball 2. I feel like Struck's just getting warmed up. Jaguars have really struggled to barrel her up.
Yeah, she is.
2-0 the count right now to Ott. Way outside. Now 3-0 to Maddie.
Yeah, Struck was last couple pitches maybe a little more careful, just trying to make sure she's not throwing something that's going to leave the park in a hurry.
No one said this was going to be easy for the Jaguars. Proud tradition of Waukee, and Ott watches that pitch drop in for a strike.
No, I always say this game is the hardest game of the year for some reason. It's just the anticipation, all the excitement, the build-up to try to get to the state tournament, and it's always a challenging game.
3-1 the count. Ott watches that pitch in the dirt, draws a 2-out walk. Jags need a little rally here on 2.
Ott with a 2-out walk.
Jess Lathrop, 0 for 1 on the day. She grounded out to the pitcher to end the first. Lathrop watches the first pitch on the inside corner for strike 1. Lily Struck continues to work on a great game so far. Lathrop puts that one down the right field line, about 5 feet foul. And it's quickly 0-2.
Yeah, that was close to being in the danger zone for the Waukee defense. It gets on inside there and spins into foul territory. Maddie's got a good chance of coming all the way around.
Jaguars trying to string together a couple of hits. They've only got 2 through 3 innings. Upstairs to Lathrop. Had a few runners on with the walks, but so far Struck's been able to avoid any issues with them.
Right. Yeah, sooner or later, once you get some runners on base, you're going to find a way to push them across, whatever it takes.
1-2 the count right now to Lathrop. Upstairs again, now 2-2. So after being down 0-2 in the count, back to even right now for Lathrop. Two balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs for Lathrop. Lathrop over to second base, gloved there by Zalecki, who throws it over to Jacobson for out number 3. Jaguars another runner stranded. That's 5 tonight. No runs go across for the Jaguars off no hits, no Waukee errors. We go to the top of the 4th. Waukee up 2-0 here on Centennial Digital, driven by Freedom Tire.
So when an athlete walks into Nick Jarash Fitness, the one thing we want them to know is that this is a phenomenal community. We have the best coaching. We have the best technology. We have the programming that can help them succeed. So whether it's trying to get on JV for the first time, going to that next level on varsity, going from a second string to an all-state player, we have the tools, we have the programming and the coaching in order to take each individual to their next level.
Freedom Tire is proud to be the title sponsor of supporting Jaguar student athletes through Centennial Digital. With 6 locations around the metro, you're never far from getting you back or keeping your family safely on the road. Our certified staff and state-of-the-art technology means you can take comfort knowing you've got the best work at the best prices. Come see us at Freedom Tire, a proud supporter of Centennial Digital.
Jaden Van Pelt leading things off in the 4th inning for Waukee. She grounded out to Addie Starr at 3rd in her first at-bat. Pops that one right back at us. Thankfully, I've got the mitts of Luke Silve to protect me here. Any balls coming back to the electronic equipment. Again, Sanholm ahead in the count. Upstairs on that one to Van Pelt. You would really like to avoid having any base runners on for Ella McGee, who has made life difficult for the Jaguars here in her leadoff spot tonight. That ball's popped up into center field all the way back and out of here. Another home run. Jaden Van Pelt again got all of that one.
Jaden Van Pelt making the score now. Waukee 3 and Centennial nothing.
Van Pelt's first home run of the year. What a time for that.
Pretty good timing.
So we had Yokeel with her second home run of the year and Van Pelt with her first home run of the year, and Waukee leads 3-0. So Sophie Gorish comes up next. Waukee is cooking right now.
Yeah, they've kind of tuned into Sandholm's pitching sequence right now.
That pitch is low for ball one. Gorish flew out to shortstop Drefke in her first at bat. Jaguars need a spark. Fifth hit of the night for Waukee. There's a swing and a miss from Gorish. Opposite field foul ball there from Gorish, and it's 1-2. The opportunities for the Jaguars are dwindling. They're going to have to score some runs. You aren't going to win this game scoring 0 tonight.
No.
There's a swing and a miss and a strikeout for Sandholm.
Good strikeout there for Sandholm, battling back after the home run.
The first out. Top of the fourth inning.
Jaguars with just 2 hits so far, including a leadoff double from Addie Starr, who got stranded, and Lauren Sandholm with a hit as well.
Yeah, we knew they had to score 1 tonight to win, but you didn't want to get in the battle rate to score 6 or 7 or more, something like that.
Abby Felt, the number 9 batter, up for Waukee again. Ella McGee waits on deck. She's 2 for 2 tonight. Very talented leadoff batter for Waukee. 0-1 the count there, and that is low and inside to Felt. Here's the 1-1. Bouncer over there to Sandholm. She calmly flicks it underhanded to Jordan Kennedy for out number 2.
I think maybe it was a conversation from the other week on those fastballs that came over to first base.
Don't kid yourself. Lauren Sandholm has a gun. It just doesn't need to be shown off from, 40 feet away.
Uh-huh. I like that play right there. That was pretty nice. Great, good defensive effort on her part, and then make the easy play over there at first.
Ella McGee, now the lefty, 2 for 2 on the night. Bounces that one up the middle. Drefke comes up, tries to glove it, throws it across, and another infield hit for Ella McGee. 3 of them now on the night.
Just a real impressive job by her. I mean, she's putting the ball in play, and it's kind of in an awkward spot. And as a lefty, you're closer to first base. It's just easier to get there when you're that close, much closer, and you have that much speed.
Zalecki steps up. Zalecki 0 for 2 on the night. Pops that one foul down the left field line. Got to get through this part of the order without any further damage being done. Over the Drefke picks it up, throws it across to first, and gets out number 3. Jaguars, though, have some work to do in the bottom of the 4th. They'll go up doing it with Drefke, Sandholm, and Brantley after this here on Centennial Digital, driven by Freedom Tire.
What if you could create memories that would last a lifetime? That would be pretty cool. Well, now you can.
West 40 Market in Uptown Ankeny is your place to shop for the best meats, steaks, brats, jerky, and everything in between. Let us be your one-stop shop for all your favorite cuts, all raised on local Iowa farms. Shopping local never tasted so good.
Freedom Tire is proud to be the title sponsor of supporting Jaguar student athletes through Centennial Digital. With 6 locations around the metro, you're never far from getting you back or keeping your family safely on the road. Our certified staff and state-of-the-art technology means you can take comfort knowing you've got the best work at the best prices. Come see us at Freedom Tire, a proud supporter of Centennial Digital.
Peyton Drefke going to try to lead things off here for the Jaguars, in need of some base runners right now. Start there, and we'll see how the rest of the night can go. But right now, Jags with just 2 hits, trailing 3-0 as we head into the 4th. Drefke waits for the pitch from Struck, watches it on the upper part of the zone for strike 1, says Joe Havenhill. Drefke's one we could use a big hit out of right now. Drefke pops that one up to left field. Underneath it is Gorish, and Gorish makes the play for out 1.
Drefke flies to the left fielder, Sophie Gorish, for the first out of the bottom half of the 4th inning. Now hitting the pitcher, number 6, Lauren Sandholm.
Sandholm steps back up. She's got one of the 2 hits of the night for the Jaguars. Yeah. On a quick surprise bunt. Fouls off that first pitch. More defensive swing up by her face. Jaguars have been in this situation before, in the last week even. 0-1 the count. Sandholm puts that one out into left field, and coming right in to make the easy catch is Sophie Gorish.
Just seems like everywhere we've hit the ball tonight, Waukee defense has been standing there.
Second out. Now hitting the left fielder, number 19, Mary Brantley.
And that'll bring up Mary Brantley. She got on base with a walk in her first at-bat. Watches that first pitch upstairs for ball 1.
Yeah, you made the comment earlier too, Andy. The more you can turn the order over,
just not happening, is it?
It's not happening for the Jaguars right at this point.
Brantley watches that pitch for a strike on the outside corner. Jags starting to get a little more solid contact on Struck, but going right at people right now. Unfortunately, we've seen this a couple times this year out of the Jaguars, where you feel like you're making contact, but just going right at people. Pitch in the dirt at Brantley. Now 2-1. Brantley got on base with a walk in her first at-bat tonight. And trying to do it again right now. Any means necessary right now.
Right. No, that's what it is. You know, you find a way on and just move the line, get to the next person.
Ankeny High leading Southeast Polk 4-1. Where are they at in that game?
In the bottom of 4.
Bottom of 4, all right.
I know.
Kenzie Eringdale had a home run.
Yes.
Brantley grounds that one over to third. Gloved initially, knocked down by Van Pelt, and Brantley thrown out at first. Jaguar fans don't like it. Coach Brett Delaney going to have a little conversation with the umpires as well, but I don't think he's going to get that one overturned. It was a close play, but Brantley, even though Van Pelt didn't field it cleanly, got thrown out. We head to the top of the fifth. Waukee with upset on the mind. They lead 3-0 here on Centennial Digital, driven by Freedom Tire.
What if you could create memories that would last a lifetime? That would be pretty cool. Well, now you can.
Waukee going up to bat with Yokeel, Lavarado, and Jacobson here in the top of the fifth. They're 9 outs away from heading to the state tournament. That's what they're thinking right now.
Yes, they are. You know, all of a sudden the game gets a little shorter, and Jaguars have got to find a way.
There's a 1-pitch, 1 out over to Addie Starr.
Find a way to keep the defensive side intact, and then offensively they got to start looking to figure out Struck on the mound and find a way to get some more batters up to the plate.
Yeah, just can't solve her right now tonight. And this, we're looking right now, the Jaguars heading through the top of their order, maybe the final time tonight if they can't figure out how to get some base runners through here.
Right. Yeah, they had 5 runners there, 5 hitters in the second inning, but other than that, it's been 3 and 4 hitters in an inning.
Just looking for, you get the leadoff double of the game from Starr, and the Jaguar bats have been silent since then. A pitch a little bit low from Sandholm here to Talia Lavarado. Jaguars, a very calm presence about them tonight, but you really need a spark at the moment.
Yes.
There's a strike there to Lavarado.
I'm sure the feelings are starting to stir a little bit on the inside, though. They remain calm on the outside, but yeah, it's kind of getting to that point in the game where you got to start thinking about runs.
Lily Struck has been absolutely outstanding in the circle tonight for Waukee. And they said Lavarado went there, and it's 1-2. Here's a pitch from Sandholm on the 1-2 to Lavarado. Lavarado 0 for 2 on the night, and watches that one upstairs to even up the count at 2 apiece. Two and 2 from Sandholm to Lavarado. Ball drops in the gap out there in right center field. Got just over the glove of Boyle.
Just over the top of the glove, man. She had right there at the edge of the grass and the dirt, and Lavarado sneaks out a single.
And we're going to get a Heart of Ankeny Animal Hospital substitution for Waukee. Noel Dieterman will check into the game.
Noel Dieterman is running over at first base for Lavarado.
And that'll bring up Marin Jacobson, who officially 0 for 0 on the night, has 2 walks, though.
Yes.
Now hitting for the Warriors, number 3, the first baseman, Marin Jacobson.
Waukee's defense behind Lily Struck tonight, simply outstanding. Runner goes, Boyle comes up to make the play, flicks it over to Drefke, and they do not quite get the second out. They get the first of the inning, or the first out on the double play attempt, but not quite in time to get Jacobson at first.
Close play over there first, but I think it looked like the runner just had a half step ahead there on the throw.
Jacobson grounds.
That'll bring up Ella Daniel. Daniel 0 for 2 on the night, and a strikeout early on, and then flew out to center field. Sun is blocked momentarily by the clouds.
Outfielders are probably enjoying that.
Ball knocked up and fouled off the netting here. Gives us a really nice view of the game watching through the nets. I'd like to see a few more Jaguar hits through that net.
Yes, I would agree.
Waukee with 7 hits right now through 4 2/3 innings. They had 2 the first time they saw Sandholm this year. There's a strike on the outside corner. Makes the count 0-2 to Daniel. Here's the 0-2 pitch to Ella Daniel. Hacked, and Sandholm picks it up, throws over to first base, and Kennedy with a big stretch makes the play. Jaguars at the top of their, or excuse me, they're going to go with their number 9 batter, Vallejo. Try to put together a little rally here in the bottom of the 5th here on Centennial Digital, driven by Freedom Tire. McKenna Vallejo, the number 9 batter, leading things off for the Jaguars. She's been hot over the last 10 games, batting .500. Jaguar fans getting into this one. They're ready for a little spark right now. The bats need to catch up right now.
You're right. The fans are looking for something to cheer for here, and it's up to the girls on the field to give them something to cheer about.
Lily Struck has been basically unhittable tonight. She scattered just 2 little hits from the Jags. In fact, one of those was a quick bunt from Lauren Sandholm. Just not able to get anything solid. Leadoff double of the game for Addie Starr. She was stranded at second, never was able to move past that. If she gets to second again, you may see a pinch runner for her at this point, because you got to be thinking about scoring runs.
Right.
Vallejo going to try to lead things off here. Struck started to up into the circle and forgot that her mask was sitting down beside her.
I'm missing something.
That infield is all the way in for Vallejo. Vallejo struck out in her first at-bat tonight. Shows bunt and gloved perfectly by Van Pelt over there, and she fields it in rhythm. And back to the top of the order. Van Pelt was on that ball before it even came off the bat of Vallejo.
Yeah, and just happened to be almost right into the glove, just the way it was in the directional it was going at her. So it wasn't, still made a good play on it, but not as difficult as some of the other times you see those go that way.
Addie Starr 1 for 2 on the night. Watches that pitch curve just a little bit outside. And it's 1-0. And that pitch is inside on Starr, and Joe Havenhill is in a rush. He goes back to get it. Little pop from the umpire there. Love to see it. It's 2-0 now to Starr. Boy, you'd love to see Jordan Kennedy or Maddie out with a couple base runners here in this inning.
It'd be nice to have an opportunity with at least 1 or 2 of them sitting on the bases in front of them.
2-0 to Starr. Starr hacks that one over to second base, and playing it nicely is Zalecki. And again, Struck just kind of toying with the Jaguars right now.
Starr grounds out to Zalecki at second base for the second out.
Yeah, just did most everything that's been coming off the bat, like you mentioned earlier, just kind of weak, off glancing hits, and not a lot of pop to it.
Very tentative hitting tonight from the Jaguars. Boyle steps up, she's 0 for 2. Fly out to the catcher, fly out to short. And fouls that one off the netting. Well, you got to keep playing defense, but at some point, need some base runners.
Right. Well, yeah, we always say, you got to score one, but now you're in a situation you got to put 3 up on the board just to get back into even.
0-1 the count right now to Boyle. Boyle fouls that one off as well, and that just goes back to the Jags just have not been able to get solid contact at all on Struck.
Yeah, even the foul offs, just been kind of, soft. Where we've seen the Waukee team get up there and hit a lot of hard foul balls on a couple shots there.
Waukee with a 2-run bomb in the first, and so far that's all they've needed. They did add another run in the fourth. Boyle pops that one up into center field. McGee underneath it for out number 3. Waukee sniffing that upset right now as we head to the top of the 6th here on Centennial Digital, driven by Freedom Tire.
With U.S. Cellular Prepaid, you're always connected to the people who matter most. Even in the most hard-to-reach places. Get nationwide 5G coverage. And now, get 2 lines of unlimited data for just $60 a month. U.S. Cellular, built for us.
West 40 Market in Uptown Ankeny is your place to shop for the best meats, steaks, brats, jerky, and everything in between. Let us be your one-stop shop for all your favorite cuts, all raised on local Iowa farms. Shopping local never tasted so good.
So Waukee will lead things off here, looking for some insurance runs in the 6th. As Jaden Van Pelt, who had a home run in the 4th, her first of the year, pops that one back at us. And Sanholm ahead in the count again, 0-1. Waukee up there looking to hit. Little conversation between Sanholm and Foster about the pitches being called right now, or at least how they're going to attack Jaden Van Pelt. This is a 7, 8, and 9 batter for Waukee, and you're at the point right now, the way the Jaguars are hitting, you're just in striking distance, but it sure feels like any more runs for Waukee would sort of put things out of striking distance.
I agree, Andy. You're looking at a situation with just a couple innings left.
There's a strike on the outside corner. Van Pelt started her swing, checked it, and it is a called strike.
Yeah, it's got that feeling the Jaguars just got to be able to shut them down the rest of the way out and then figure out how to score some runs.
That ball popped up on the right side. Jordan Kennedy comes over in foul territory to make the play for out number 1.
Van Pelt pops to Kennedy for the first out of the top of the 6th.
And that'll bring up Sophie Gorish, who is 0 for 2 on the night. Waukee, though, with 7 hits. They've got 3 runs off those 7 hits. 2 of them are home runs. That's why they lead right now 3-0. But the bigger story there is that ball has popped up into left field. That is just foul down the left field line. The bigger story is the pitching of Lily Struck. Jaguars with just 2 hits. Struck is struck out 2. And her defense, she's just made some nice, the defense hasn't had to do anything outstanding. They've just had some nice, easy plays to make behind her. Easy ground balls, easy fly balls. Outstanding night for Struck. As that pitch just missed inside on Gorish.
I like that pitch there by Sanholm. I thought that was on the top of the zone.
Ankeny still leads 4-1. They in the 5th on that one?
Yes, top 6 now.
That ball's long foul ball to left field. Another strike.
Top of 6.
Top of 6 there, gotcha.
Yep.
Here's the 1-2. Fouled off again. It has been nearly impossible to get pitches by these hitters for Waukee.
It's a little reminiscent of the other night against Urbandale. We saw the Urbandale Hills just kind of kept putting the bat on the ball, and finally Ankeny kind of solved them, or the Jaguars solved them.
That ball's popped foul once again.
And the left-handed hitters have definitely put stress on the defense tonight. Just a lot of balls that are, long plays, slow plays developing, and then long throws to make on a left-handed batter who has an extra step to get over to first base a little quicker.
I just did not see the Jaguars getting shut out at least through 5. Didn't see that happening tonight. They put 10 runs up on Struck the first time they played her this year. There's a swing and a miss. Strikeout there for Sandholm. 5th strikeout of the night. And that'll bring up the number 9 batter, Abby Felt. Felt is 1 for 2. First pitch from Sandholm's low and away. Infield playing in right now is Kennedy and Starr are in hard at the corners. That ball's fouled. Those lefties are seeing the ball well.
Yes, they are. And they've been kind of just presenting a lot of a threat. It seems like every time they've stepped up there, we've seen them make a lot of contact.
You see that follow through there, locked in right now on their swings. And Sandholm goes inside hard there on Felt, makes the count 2-1. Sandholm's not been behind a whole lot of batters tonight. Here's the 2-1. And that's fouled off again. They just continue to fight everything off.
Yeah, they do. And especially the lefties, it seems like in the lineup tonight, they've just put the bat on the ball, and they're not trying to do anything super special when you watch it. It's just that they're trying to put the ball in play and making the defense work and make plays. And so far, it's been working. It's been a good thing for Waukee tonight.
That ball's popped up as well. Just can't get it by her right now. Love to get something on the ground. Two. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs to Abby Felt. Game feels like it's taken forever, but you've trailed from about the 3rd swing of the game, and they say she did not go on the appeal down to
very close
3rd base. And yeah, trailed from the 3rd batter of the game. The Jaguars have been behind after an error on the 1st batter of the game, and it just has felt like a marathon night. That ball swung on. Sandholm going to pick it up and throw to first for the out. Oh, they said she was safe. The Jaguars have not been the recipients of the close plays at first. I'm not saying they're wrong. There's been a few close ones, and they have not got any of the benefits of the doubt tonight at first base. As Sandholm slid a little bit, made an incredibly athletic play, and Felt is now 2 for 3 on the night.
Yeah, Jordan Kennedy over there first made a good stretch. Just, Felt just legged it out and beat the throw.
And now Ella McGee, who's 3 for 3 on the night for Waukee, steps up to the plate. Some speed on the field right now for the Warriors. Hacks that one over and gets under the glove. She's now 4 for 4 on the night.
Just impressive night of hitting for.
Well, and that's just such great hitting because she's deadened those pitches, deadened those balls so far, and then that one she hits it hard up the middle and.
Yeah, just all different areas. Hats off to her. Great piece of hitting by Ella McGee tonight.
Now Zayna Zalecki, who is 0 for 3 on the night, need to get her out right now. So you've got the hard-hitting Mara Yokeel coming up next. Ball popped up. Waukee with Abby Felt on second, Ella McGee. Those two, that 9 and 1 spot in the order tonight, are a combined 6 for 7, as that's over to Drefke, and she throws across the infield for the out. So it doesn't end up mattering in the long run, but the Jaguars need some runs right now. They're going to go up to bat with Kennedy, Ott, and Lathrop as we head to the bottom of the 6th here on Centennial Digital, driven by Freedom Tire.
Okay, guys, we're all here because US Cellular has an incredible deal. Right now, you can get 4 lines of unlimited data for just $90.
Sorry, just double checking. Is it really that good of a deal?
Yeah, you also get 4 free phones of your choice.
4 free phones.
West 40 Market in Uptown Ankeny is your place to shop for the best meats, steaks, brats, jerky, and everything in between. Let us be your one-stop shop for all your favorite cuts, all raised on local Iowa farms. Shopping local never tasted so good.
The consensus is this is the time for the Jaguars right now with the 3, 4, and 5 batters, Kennedy, Ott, and Lathrop, who on the night are hitless right now. It'd be a good time for them to heat up. They've been so good all year.
Yeah, this is now this time, kind of a little gut check, find a way, get yourself on base. Doesn't, you're not going to get 3 runs in one swing on a single batter.
Not right away, anyway.
Not right away, but you could if we get a couple base runners. Yeah. But that's what we're looking for eventually. But you know what? Jordan's responsibility right now is to find a way on base.
Waukee has out-hit the Jaguars 9-2, and the 9 hits, yeah, it's a lot. That's not surprising. It's the only 2 hits for the Jaguars, but again, Struck is just putting the ball wherever she wants and has got so many pop-ups and ground outs from the Jaguars, just not able to barrel anything up. First pitch to Kennedy. In the dirt for ball 1. Huge crowd on hand here tonight. Huge crowd watching online. Watching the upset-minded Waukee Warriors. One and 0 the count to Kennedy. Now 2-0. Struck is walked just 2, 3 runners tonight, but it's been sparingly. Kennedy's one of those that's been walked. That's outside, and now 3-0.
Yeah, you start to wonder, you get in this situation, does she just, it seems like she's being a little careful here, but the way she's been pitching tonight, she's been very dangerous.
Yeah, very.
Around, so it's kind of an interesting situation or scenario for Waukee.
Here's a 3-0 to Kennedy, and that's inside. No, it is a called strike. Makes the count 3-1. A little delay on the call there, and he's been good about letting us know his calls a lot tonight. Thought he was going to send Jordan to first, but now 3-1. Kennedy grounds that one over to second base, gloved by Zalecki, and Waukee feels really good about that on a 3-1 pitch. Not what you want with a ground out to second base.
Just not finding the gap there for Jordan Kennedy on that particular sequence. Had a good count and couldn't take advantage of it.
She has mowed through the top 4 in the Jaguar order tonight. Just 1 hit. See if Maddie Ott can change that right now. First pitch is inside for ball 1. There is a lot of excited Warrior fans here right now. That smell of that upset is getting stronger and stronger. 1-0 the count right now to Ott. Ott puts that one out into center field, and it's caught out there again, gloved by Ella McGee. Just can't get around their fielders.
Yeah, that's 2 hard balls that been hit out there to McGee now that just been right at her.
Jess Lathrop steps up to the plate. The buzz in the crowd is starting to get to be a lot more right now.
Yeah. There's a lot different team that I think the Jaguars saw back at the beginning of the season too.
No doubt. First pitch change up to Lathrop is upstairs for ball 1. This is a fearless Waukee team right now. Ellie Lorenz has stepped into the on-deck circle. She'll pinch hit for Drefke if Lathrop can get on, and Lathrop can't get on. Another fly out there to center field. A great night for Ella McGee. Is Waukee going to try to add some insurance runs here in the top of the 7th here on Centennial Digital, driven by Freedom Tire.
So when an athlete walks into Nick Jarash Fitness, the one thing we want them to know is that this is a phenomenal community. We have the best coaching. We have the best technology. We have the programming that can help them succeed. So whether it's trying to get on JV for the first time, going to that next level on varsity, going from a second string to an all-state player, we have the tools, we have the programming and the coaching in order to take each individual to their next level.
Freedom Tire is proud to be the title sponsor of supporting Jaguar student athletes through Centennial Digital. With 6 locations around the metro, you're never far from getting you back or keeping your family safely on the road. Our certified staff and state-of-the-art technology means you can take comfort knowing you've got the best work at the best prices. Come see us at Freedom Tire, a proud supporter of Centennial Digital.
First pitch from Lauren Sandholm to Mara Yokeel is a strike right at the knees. There's an off-speed pitch on the outside, not called a strike. Must have been a little bit low.
A little bit down, I think. But barely down if it was.
One and one the count right now to Yokeel, and she lines that over to Boyle, who picks it up off the dirt and throws it to Kennedy for out number 1.
Kind of a tough little play there, just a quick little short hop in front of the glove of Boyle, but she gloved it well and made the play over to first.
Waukee is on their 4th time through the order right now. Jaguars trying to finish up their 3rd. Again, just 2 hits tonight for the Jaguars. That's been a huge part of this story and why Waukee leads 3-0. Talia Lavarado steps up to the plate. First pitch is too far outside to her. Ankeny just a couple outs away from heading to the state tournament on a return trip. They lead 4-2 over Southeast Polk. There's a strike from Sandholm to Lavarado. That ball popped up over there to Boyle at second base, who makes the play.
Lavarado pops out to Boyle at second base for the second out of the top of the 7th.
Yeah. That'll bring up Marin Jacobson. Jacobson is 0 for 1 officially. She's got a couple walks on the day.
Right. Fielder's choice and then 2 walks.
First pitch there is a little bit outside from Sandholm. And she went that time for the strike, evens up the count at 1 apiece. A lot of Jaguar fans hoping for a comeback here in the 7th. Waukee has other things in mind. Ball's fouled off into the Jaguar dugout. Ankeny now leading 5-2 in the bottom of the 6th and threatening again with a runner on 3rd. Coach Bingham trying to get those Hawkettes back to state.
Just as you've seen all night. Waukee batters just getting up there. They just keep following them up.
Oh, yeah.
Give yourself another chance.
One and 2 the count. Just missed upstairs.
2-2 now. And she went for strike 3. Jaguars. Do or die time for the Jags here. We'll be back for the bottom of the 7th right after this on Centennial Digital, driven by Freedom Tire.
Okay, guys, we're all here because US Cellular has an incredible deal. Right now, you can get 4 lines of unlimited data for just $90.
Sorry, just double checking. Is it really that good of a deal?
Yeah, you also get 4 free phones of your choice.
4 free phones.
Jaguars going to go to work with Ellie Lorenz, who's going to step into pitch hit for Drefke. Sandholm will be up next. I would imagine you will likely see Lincecum hit for her, and then Brantley and Vallejo. Starts with a couple base runners.
One better at a time. Got to figure out a way.
See what can happen here. Waukee has just been outstanding through the latter stage of the year, and Lily Struck tonight has been basically, this has been an all-state performance tonight from Lily Struck. She has been incredible for Waukee.
Yeah. If they happen to advance, they get outings like this out of her, boy, they're going to be a tough team at the tournament.
Ellie Lorenz into pinch hit for the Jaguars, the senior. Going to try to provide a spark for the Jags.
Number 33, Ellie Lorenz.
Jags just 2 hits tonight. They've only struck out twice. They've been hitting balls in the outfielders and infielders, been making the plays. As Lorenz watches that first pitch in the dirt for ball 1.
And there was a couple of decent hits there, just right at defenders a couple times, and where maybe you could have got a spark or got a little something going.
1-0 the count to Lorenz. Fouls that one off. 1-1. As they're going to have a little conversation, get new ball in there for Struck. What a night for her.
Just done a great job on the mound. Just everything I've seen her throw tonight, you know, when the ball wasn't even put into play, a lot of good movement on pitches.
1-1 the count to Lorenz. Watches that pitch upstairs to make it 2-1. Would love to get the tying run up to the plate at some point.
Right. Just give an opportunity.
Here's the 2-1 to Lorenz. Swing and a miss. Back into the glove. Ticked it. And it's 2-2. Struck. Looks in. Lorenz pops that one up on the infield, coming over here and barely gloving it is Jacobson right up against the fence.
Made a great play there by Jacobson. Her and Lavarado were right there by each other, and Jacobson kind of last second snagged it. Wasn't sure who was going to make the play on it at first.
And Sandholm, who has one of the 2 hits on the day for the Jaguars, steps up to the plate. And now what's going on with the Waukee? Are they looking to make a pitching change, or what's going on? Lavarado's mask is broken. Can't catch without a mask, so they're going to try to get that thing fixed. I'm sure they have an extra there in the bag, but Waukee just wants to play right now.
Don't slow anything down.
Kill this momentum they've got.
Exactly. Don't kill our own momentum.
Lavarado continues to get that helmet back in working order.
$6-2 on the south side.
They in the 7th there, yep. 3 outs away from a state tournament bid for the Hawkettes.
Sandholm steps up to the plate. Sandholm awaits the pitch from Struck and fouls that one off. Sandholm watches that pitch for a strike to make it 0-2.
I don't blame her for watching.
Sandholm watches that pitch up and away. A 1-2 the count right now to her. Hacks that one over there to third. Van Pelt whips it across, and that's out number 2. And Mary Brantley, the last hope here for the Jaguars. The once promising season had him ranked number 1. And Waukee 1 out away from heading to the state tournament. 2 outs here to Brantley. Watches that first pitch for a strike.
Yeah, that's pretty simple. Just got to find a string of hitters here.
Only 2 hits on the night for the Jags, and it's hitting has been a challenge this year for the Jaguars, and tonight really no different. Combine that with a couple home runs for Waukee, and Brantley gets hit. They're going to bring in Corey Lincecum now to hit for McKenna Vallejo.
Well, you got to start somewhere. So there's a runner. Now you got to find a way to, like I say, just keep moving down the line a couple times. See if you can get yourself down to star, get Jordan Kennedy back at the plate again somehow.
Yeah. Boy, if you get back to Jordan Kennedy, you've already won the game.
Well,
pretty much.
Well,
Right?
close.
Pretty close, yeah.
Close, yeah, but you're in a good position to win the game, I think, at that point.
Yeah. Lincecum steps up in the pinch hitting situation. First pitch is in the dirt for ball 1. Corey's got some power behind her. Right now, you just need to get her on base. She has been clutch in some pinch hitting situations this year. It's 1-0 to her. And they say she fouled it off. Actually, that's the right call. I thought it nicked something.
Yeah, it made a little noise there.
And it's 1-1.
1 out away down the south side.
Mary Brantley waits over at first base. Corey Lincecum at the plate. 1-1 the count to her here with 2 outs. Off-speed pitch, nubs it over there to Yokeel, fires it across the infield, and Waukee has shocked the world with a major upset, taking out the preseason #1 team, Centennial Jaguars, and the Waukee Warriors are on to Fort Dodge next week and the Iowa Girls High School Athletic Union state tournament. What a night for the pitcher, Lily Struck.
Wonderful.
Jaguars scoreless off just 2 hits, and Waukee on the other hand 3 runs off 9 hits.
No runs. They only had 2 hits tonight. There was 1 error.
And the Jaguars from the start left 2 runners on each of the first 2 innings, and that kind of set the tone for the rest of the night.
Yeah,
just not able to capitalize on anything.
Yeah, you're right, Andy. Right away, they had some runners in good positions to score. Didn't push them across, and then all of a sudden you get a team that suddenly believes as the underdog that they can win, and they played like the aggressor, and they went out and got it.
So the Jaguars end the season at 29-10. They will say goodbye to 8 seniors: Cora Boyle, Peyton Drefke, Jessica Lathrop, Addie Pollock, Lily Bauk, Addie Starr, and McKenna Vallejo and Ellie Lorenz. And that is one happy group of Warriors, as they should be. Waukee just played lights out tonight to win that game.
I think the Hawkettes just won over on the south side.
So Ankeny Hawkettes are on to state, and Waukee is going to get presented with a banner out there. That'll do it for our softball coverage this year. Tomorrow night, you'll have Cade Tomlinson on the air as Centennial Baseball. We'll try to move on to the state tournament. They will play Dowling Catholic. That game starts at 7 o'clock. Cade will be on the call with that one. For Kevin Fisher, Luke Silva, all the people that have worked for us all season long here on Centennial Digital, thanks for watching here on Centennial Digital, driven by Freedom Tire.
Freedom Tire is proud to be the title sponsor of supporting Jaguar student athletes through Centennial Digital. With 6 locations around the metro, you're never far from getting you back or keeping your family safely on the road. Our certified staff and state-of-the-art technology means you can take comfort knowing you've got the best work at the best prices. Come see us at Freedom Tire, a proud supporter of Centennial Digital.
West 40 Market in Uptown Ankeny is your place to shop for the best meats, steaks, brats, jerky, and everything in between. Let us be your one-stop shop for all your favorite cuts, all raised on local Iowa farms. Shopping local never tasted so good.
Everything we do is here to benefit the client. Every decision that's needed to be made, the first question you should ask is, does this benefit the client, and is this the best thing for the client?
Our goal is to make a difference. We have the tools, resources, training, and leadership to make a difference in our agents' lives and their careers. And then they can then take that to make a difference in their clients' lives and ultimately make a difference in our communities.
We are available basically 24/7 to make sure that our agents are getting the support they need to look like $1 million in front of their clients.